sunny day. Good morning. It's just after 10:30, and as the title of the video suggests, I'm about to do something a little bit silly with the introduction of the SL2 from Walthamstow to North Woolwich, TfL's latest Superloop bus, limited stop service, express bus service. The loop is now complete, except for that bit in the middle where the Thames is, which means that you can circumnavigate the whole of London just using buses, and I'm about to do that today to see how long it takes. Okay, so on board an SL3, I'm going to give you some bus facts as we go around, otherwise it'd just be a camera pointing out of the window. I've left at 10:55, so I am keeping a record of how long it's going to take. I should point out I'm not trying to like beat anyone, because some people already did this on Saturday just gone, so I'm just doing this for my own sort of my own personal satisfaction, and I'm just interested to see how long it takes. But I'm not going for a record or trying to do the fastest, I'm just doing it just because it's a fun thing to do. So in each trip there's 7 buses coming up. We're going to have like a little bus infographic and some things for us to learn. So this one, as we're on board the SL3, is just to establish, in case you don't know, what the Superloop network is and how all the buses link together and how long I think it's going to take. So the Superloop network is a new network of buses that form an outer express loop around London. Express buses are limited stop services designed to get you to your destination quicker than a regular bus which stops at every stop. There are 7 SR routes that form the loop around London, and some existing express routes were also renumbered to become part of the SL Superloop network, with the final one due to start in 2025 with the completion of the new Silvertown Tunnel. Thank you. At Bromley North. Now I said in that I thought that section might take an hour, and amusingly it has taken to the minute exactly an hour, which I didn't expect. When I did that on the first day it took over an hour though. That's the reason why, by the way, I'm doing this on a weekday, not a Saturday. I rode the SL5 before and the SL3 before on a Saturday. Saturday shopping traffic just means that the road's a little bit clogged. So I deliberately started this morning after the peak. I was meant to start at 10, but I didn't actually start until near 11. But the whole thing can be done in 7-8 hours. I was hoping to finish before 6 PM this evening, but we'll see. So out at Bromley North, off the SL3 and straight onto, well, see how long I have to wait and interchange here at Bromley North for the SL5, which will take me to Croydon. Right. Thank you. Alright, single decker SL5, just me and one other passenger. This one is the shortest of all the Superloop routes, and I did make a specific video about this a couple of weeks ago, so no need to go into too much detail about this now, link in the corner, but I will explain that I have drawn my own Superloop map. Yes, the official TfL map doesn't show every stop that the buses call at, so I've attempted to make my own design here that does show you that. You can download it in the description below. It shows every stopping point on the Superloop network. Just for fun too, and so that you can visualise exactly where in London the Superloop buses run, there's my Superloop by boroughs map too, which you can download as well. And this plots the paths of where the buses run, and you can see here from this as well that the SL5 is the shortest route and the SL7 is the longest. It's also quite welcome to discover that a lot of the Superloop buses have USB charging points, handy when you're spending all day on buses. Okay, East Croydon, off of the SL5 just there, check my watch, at 12:37, so that's 33 minutes from Bromley North to East Croydon. I've just missed an SL7, the next one's in 10 minutes, but that's fine because that gives me time to have a comfort break and get a drink. I should point out now, a small disclaimer, is that the SL5 carries on and sort of goes left to Park Street, and the SL7 to Heathrow, which I'm slightly dreading because it's a 2-hour journey, but we'll talk more about that as we carry on. Actually comes from West Croydon bus station, but it makes sense to change here at East Croydon, otherwise I'd have to walk or get another bus from Park Street up to West Croydon. The same happens again at Walthamstow later. There's no point going all the way into Walthamstow bus station and then back out again. So there's a place I think around Walthamstow Market where you can change. So it's just doing the loop in the most efficient way. So I've got 8 minutes until the next SL7. Hello. Thank you. On board, I get up the route for the SL7 to check where I'm going, and it's on this leg of the journey that I have some thoughts.
Because it replaced the already established X26 route, the SL7 is the longest, taking around 2 hours to get from Croydon to Heathrow or Heathrow to Croydon. And I can't help but think that if this route hadn't have already existed, it wouldn't have been established as one long route, but as two separate routes instead, with the break at, say, Kingston. And if that was the case, you would then have an even number of 8 Superloop services, which would look much better when divided up equally onto a map. Those services could have then been numbered sequentially too, from 1 to 8, and started them at the natural gap in the loop as well, by the Thames, and that would have made the whole thing easier to remember.
Kingston.
Yeah, there is no halfway split at Kingston, unfortunately, but I should point out that the SL7 downstairs has these luggage racks, as I expect people to bring their suitcases for the airport. Also, it's worth noting that the longest distance between 2 bus stops is on this route.
On a really long stretch between Teddington and Hatton Cross, it's about 5 miles, and the bus doesn't stop. It just whizzes along. See, coming up to Hatton Cross now. Alright, Heathrow Central bus station right there behind me. I just used the toilet real quick, which I can recommend you use if you ever find yourself here at Heathrow doing this, and I don't recommend you do this. Got off at 2:37, bus stop for SL7 is right there, jump straight on, go to Harrow, should do that in under an hour. Yeah, I should finish by 6 o'clock, right?
So on to the SL9, and this is easily the busiest Superloop bus I've been on so far. It goes through this rather long tunnel at Heathrow, which is exciting, and then on to the roads heading for Harrow. Now, this is the SL9, but this was a renamed bus because this used to be the X140, the Express 140 service, so that's a good segue into talking about previous X-numbered buses in London. There used to be an express version of the W7, but it was numbered the 212 and didn't have the letter X. For X service specifically, did you know there used to be the X15 between Beckton and Oxford Circus, the X30 between West Croydon and New Addington, the X43 between Finchley and London Bridge, and the X72 between Woolwich and Thamesmead. Plus there were some other express routes non-X'd, such as the 609, the 615 and the 616. And all this just makes me wonder, if the Superloop is a success, might we see more express routes being brought back to London to TfL services? And whilst you've been watching that, my Superloop bus has got to Harrow bus station.
This bus terminates here.
I got to Harrow, it's 11 minutes past 4. It took about an hour and 15 on the SL9 away from Heathrow. Did get stuck in some temporary traffic lights along the way, which didn't help. No time to stop, no time to rest. Immediately going to get the SL10 to Finchley. Thank you. That SL9 was extremely busy. The SL10 is much quieter. I've got most of the top deck to myself. The reason why I was thinking about it taking more than an hour though is because I was reminded of the Hopper fare, and that is a perfect segue
Hendon, the quadrant.
as we ride along past Hendon to talk about fares and the value for money and the distance that you can go on board a Superloop bus.
Yes, the SL7 route is almost 24 miles long, which is the furthest you can go on a bus for the fare of £1.75. But the bus hopper fare allows you to make unlimited tap-ins on buses within an hour, and you won't get charged twice. So this is pertinent to the Superloop. If you can ride one part of it and then tap onto a second bus in under an hour, something you'd definitely be able to do on the SL5, for example, changing on to the SL7, meaning you could travel all the way from Bromley to Heathrow for the bargain price of £1.75.
And as we've just left Finchley Central, one more stop, several stops, but one more express stop to go. And we should do this in under an hour. The traffic's been really good, not got held up at all. Top deck relatively empty. Should make North Finchley in under an hour. Nice work. The delights of North Finchley bus station. SL10, thank you very much, at 17:17. I think that's taken under an hour. What's next? I'm going to check my map. Oh, SL1. Got to get to Walthamstow. Thank you.
And on this leg of the Superloop with its glowing red USB ports, it makes me think of other Superloop Express style networks around the rest of the country. Where else has Superloop style buses? Birmingham has the 11A and the 11C as its looped service. Leicester has the outer circular route 40 and Glasgow has half a circular route 2. So could we see more circular routes coming to other cities in the UK? Or hang on, how about another Superloop, maybe the Superloop in London, one that's out of London, perhaps a London M25 style of Superloop buses? Just a thought.
Okay, that took over an hour and 10 minutes to not go all the way into Walthamstow from North Finchley. The reason why is because the SL1 and the SL2 overlap here, so to keep the loop pure, I've got out at Bell Corner, and if I just walk around the bus stop BM, yeah, if I walk around the corner here to bus stop BP, I can pick up the SL2 without having to go all the way down to Walthamstow bus station and then just repeat myself by coming back again. There's no point in doing that. So this is the fastest way of doing it. Yeah, so this is the Waltham Forest Town Hall bus stop BP. There's a 1, 2, 3 going to Ilford. I've got to wait for the SL1. Did you notice, by the way, that the Superloop round on top of the bus stops, they light up at night? Lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, on to the last one. Although this may be, through barking it off, the traffic may be tricky. I've just realised that by doing this, by getting onto the SL, hang on, was it a 1? 2? Because I've done all the London buses, every London bus, this was the newest London bus that I haven't done, so I can now say, tick, I am complete again in riding all the London bus routes. I think this will take at least an hour to get to North Woolwich, which is fine. I'm going to charge my phone, I have a nap. It's been a long day.
So let's see what my times were for the day. My first bus, the SL3, took exactly 1 hour, followed by the speedy SL5, just over half an hour. The SL7 was the longest at 1 hour 44 minutes, followed by 1 hour 16 on the SL9. The SL10 was quick, under an hour at 54 minutes, and then the SL1 to Walthamstow came in at 1 hour 12 minutes. Let's stop the clock here at North Woolwich though, and see how long my SL2 took, and my overall total time.
I'm off the bus, SL2, at North Woolwich. I checked my watch as I got off. To the minute, 7:55 p.m, and I started this morning at 10:55 p.m. So with a 0 in the minutes column, that is exactly 9 hours. And that's not skipping any buses and the breaks in between. In the breaks in between, and I used to quickly dash to the loo or quickly got a drink and then got the next available bus, so getting every available bus. It was quite slow coming through between Ilford and Barking, single carriageway. Again, hit some temporary traffic lights. It's definitely slow on the North Circular, heading into Walthamstow. Okay, look, let's have a pretty shot of the river, the boat, the foot tunnel, the bus, and then we'll have a quick summing up. But overall, I enjoyed that. It just took 9 hours.
So that's the Superloop bus network, speeding you literally around London, express bus style, all for the value price of a regular bus journey. Go for a ride on one soon if you've not done so far. And me, well, I was a little bussed out though, so I took the train home.